Hi Cancer, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your April 2024 monthly tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies that we are working with during the month of April. I will tell you Cancer, April is one of the most dynamic months of the entire 2024 year. This is because as we open up the month, we are already deep into eclipse season. We had that March 25th eclipse in Libra, which was a full moon. And then on April 8th, we will have that total total solar eclipse in the sign of Aries that everyone is talking about. It will cross over the United States. This is a huge event. Now we open up the month with Mercury retrograding in the sign of Aries on the 1st. And then by time we get to the latter part of the month, we have a huge conjunction between the planets. You can tell it's Mercury retrograde between the planets of Jupiter and Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So this is really big energy. Like even just one of those events would be, big energy, but with them all occurring all in the month of April, buckle up. Okay. So let's get right into it. Do check the description box below. I have highlighted all the important astrological dates for you. If you are wanting to know how this season or month will play out for you, I do offer personal tarot readings. I do have the link below. It will take you to my website. All right, Cancer, let's go week by week. You start off with the Two of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Page of Wands, also in the reverse. Week 2 finds you with the Nine of Swords in the upright, as well as the Queen of Wands, also in the upright. Third week, you do have the Ace of Pentacles, as well as the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And the last week of April, you do have the Ten of Cups in the reverse and the Two of Cups also in the reverse. So interesting energy. You look like you have a little bit of everything. You do have some sword energy here and wands opening up the month. Swords and wands. Interesting that you do not have any major arcanas, Cancer. So that means that you probably will have some more free-flowing energy. There isn't just like this dominant theme. But let's go ahead and see where you end in March, okay? Let's see what is the energy that Cancerians are bringing into the month of April. Remember, we did have that Libra eclipse, so that definitely could have brought some conversations around relationships. Let's see what you're working with here. Page of Pentacles. So for some of you all throughout the month of March, you all could have gotten some type of news, information. This could also point to some of you had some type of job, either option, interview, conversations about new ways to find money. I do think that some of you all could have had a big decision to make at the end of March. I say that because I do see that Two of Swords there. So there could be some lingering news or information about a big decision that you have to make coming into the month of April. So with this Page of Pentacles, do remember, Cancer, that we have that big energy towards the end of the month with that conjunction between Uranus and Jupiter. So don't be surprised if this information comes out in the later part of April. So good to see that. I do think that some of you all could be starting some type of new job with that energy as well. But let's go ahead and pull an oracle card for you, Cancer. This is going to represent additional messages and information. Okay, you just had cards fly and you actually have, is it two? It's two cards. Autumn and winter. So let's look at that. So winter says take care of your needs, and autumn says release the old and rest. I think that it's interesting that of the 4 seasons, winter and autumn are those months where you're slowing down, you're really paying attention to your own self, you're going more within, right? Autumn, release the old and rest. Winter, take care of your needs. Since these are both coming out for you all, Cancer, keep that in mind throughout the month of April. Make sure you are not wearing yourself out. Make sure you're paying attention to your health. I do think that with all of this dynamic energy, especially with all that Aries energy, remember, Aries is that energy of wanting to go, go, go all the time, wanting to get things done, fast moving. I do think it's going to help that Mercury is retrograding in that sign, so that may help slow things down a bit. But remember, we have a total eclipse this month in the sign of Aries. So I want you all to really consider slowing down. Make sure you're looking at your health, your needs. And I love this one, release the old and rest. So for some of you all, you may need to release the old season. Remember, we did just come into a brand new astrological year. So this could be the time to slow down. Okay. So really like that energy of both of those. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at your month as a whole. So one thing I am noticing, like I had said, is that there's no major arcanas, but you do have in this first week here, you do have some kind of decisions that possibly are lingering from March. But I do think that this Page of Wands and Queen of Wands look like the only court cards you have. And so there could be some people, conversations coming in, offering some type of opportunity for you. And I do think that this is like a worriment thing. Okay. So really be careful, because that's right around that eclipse time. By the time you move into the third week of the month, that Ace of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles, some of you all have either a side business or your own business. You're trying to get something off the ground. Some of you could get a opportunity for like a loan has been approved. There is some kind of benefic news that comes in, and this literally this time of the month is around that conjunction. So pay attention what comes up for you there. And then by the time you end the month, there is some kind of happy news, but it's almost like this thing where it doesn't all come out at the end of the month. But between the Two of Cups and Ten of Cups, some of you all are making some big plans towards family conversations around where it is that possibly you want to pair up with another family, or maybe you all are working together for emotional healing in the future. There's something around that towards the end of the month. So when we get there, we will get into that a little deeper. So let's go week by week. And I still want you to remember this Page of Pentacles energy is what you ended March with. So as you came into the month of April, we do have Mercury stationing retrograde on the 1st, and we have the Sun conjunct the North Node in Aries on the 4th, as well as Venus entering Aries on the 4th. Please keep in mind during this time, information is going to start moving slower. That Two of Swords feels like there's some type of information that you're seeking. There's some type of decision that you need to make, but you're not able to make it as quickly as you would like, because there's some kind of news that either comes in or you're waiting on some news to come in. I do think that many of you all Cancerians are going to be needing to be more patient during this month. I do think that it's going to take some time for all of this decision making to come out. So really be patient with yourself, and don't worry about it so much that you are, you're getting sick, you're getting tired, you're getting burned out. Remember, you did get the winter and the autumn oracle cards asking you to slow down, asking you to take care of your own needs. So keep that in mind throughout the month. Okay. Now, by the time we get to that second week of April, this is that big total solar eclipse week. April 8th, total solar eclipse, new moon in Aries, and we have the Sun conjunct Chiron on that same day. And then Mars is conjunct Saturn 2 days later on the 10th. Please control your mind, okay? I do think that this is going to be a challenge for many, because Aries likes to go, go, go. Like I said, I don't want you to get so bogged down with all of the minutia and everything happening that you forget that there's some big opportunity that is waiting. And I do think that if you can shift your energy from whatever you're worried about, this opportunity is really big for you, Cancer. And I do think that this is a slow slow moving energy. I don't think it's all going to come in at once, but I do think that many of you all are going to miss it if you're too concentrated on what you're worried about. So really keep that in mind. Remember that eclipse time is a good time for you to move through the energy and then see what happens, where the chips fall or fly or whatever after the eclipse, and then make a decision, okay? Try not to make the decisions right at the eclipse. We come into that third week of April with the sun entering Taurus on the 19th. And then a day later is that big conjunction, like I said, between Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus. Some of you are going to have a benefic event that comes out of the blue that third week of April. And remember, it could be, a few weeks ahead of time, a few weeks after. Remember, we have so much energy with Mercury and all. It may not all come at this specific time, but expect either a check, possibly you hear news of a refund. This could be some people getting tax refunds back. Some of you all have been working really hard and you didn't even expect any money back. Or there is some kind of conversations around money that is coming in the future. Okay, so pay attention that third week of April. I think there's going to be some good news waiting for you. Okay. Now you end the month with these 2 cup cards, the 2 of Cups and 10 of Cups. Both of these are insinuating working together in an emotional way, okay? Like in an emotionally fulfilling way. But with them both in reverse, there is this tendency to feel like maybe someone in the group isn't emotionally fulfilled. That last week of the month, we have that full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd. Mercury retrograde ends on the 25th. And then we have Mars entering Taurus and Mars entering Aries and Venus entering Taurus on the 29th and 30th. During this time, be prepared for hearing out what your loved one has to say. This could be your children. This could be your parents. This could be some type of spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend. There's some type of emotional support that is needed towards the end of the month. Really pay attention to what the other person has to say. Try not to rush through whatever the conversations are. I do think as you move out of April and into May, things get a lot lighter and this is not such a big deal. But I definitely feel like somewhere in those last few weeks of April could get some kind of conversations that are emotionally fulfilling, but you all just have to sit down and actually talk it out. But I do think, Cancer, that this is a slow down energy, but it's also a fast energy. And when I say that, I mean, there's so much going on in the sky, but the universe is telling you to slow down. That winter, that autumn, slow down. There's no need to rush, okay? And so I do think as you move through this month, Cancer, take your time to figure out what you need to do. Don't let the energies rush you. And I think that's a really big thing for all of us, is that Aries energy can sometimes be so fast moving that you don't have enough time to think. So think it through. Really pay attention to your energy and make sure you make time for yourself, okay? All right, Cancer, I hope this was helpful. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you would. All right, Cancer, have a great April, and I'll talk to you later.